Hello. That's the best introduction ever. So I'm going to read some poems from my chapbook. Wikipedia says it will pass. And then I'm going to read some stuff from my new book. This poem is called I Didn't Cry at the End of Titanic. This one day you flew to Berlin, then later you flew back home, and I rode my bike to your apartment. Outside it was hot and windy. We laid under your sheets. We listened to the Beach Boys. I made you come. I got on top and said I loved you. I should have just said, fuck Walt Disney, you're the happiest place on earth. Let's commit a crime so we'll get caught and do time together. Let's steal puppies from DeBose Park. You had brought some German chocolate. You had been gone for too long. Oh, this is called, is it Armageddon or is it Armageddon? I'm home alone tonight, and this internet quiz says I am baked beans. And yesterday, I let another girl sleep in my bed, and I dreamt about water drowning my new house, and we slept like two half-assed parentheses in a story I don't care to finish unless you're making a guest appearance. And I worry that an asteroid will hit the Earth, and I'll never have slept with you again. The odds of this are very high, but less the part about the asteroid and more the part about never sleeping with you again. And I am not quite sure how I feel about that. And I want to join a colony of non-believers and become their leader, even though they won't follow me just by definition. And some days thinking of you is like an earthquake that's already been predicted. When it comes, it makes a tidal wave, and the most I can do is get under my desk, wrap my hands around my neck, and hope for the best. Thank you. So, I wasn't going to read this one, but since you mentioned the Lexington Club, I have to read it now. It's called, At Some Point I'll Bust Out the Pinball. I'm gonna print my blanket loneliness on a t-shirt and wear it out at night to the neighborhood lesbian bar, so I can spill gin and red salsa on it, so all the girls can ask where I got it, and at some point I'll bust out the pinball. At some point I'll pretend I smoke anything. At some point I'll write a note to self in the notes section of my phone, to stop being so self-centered and eat a piece of fruit once in a while. So I've got a couple more from the book, and I'm going to switch to something else. This is about when your girlfriend's neighbors have really loud sex and it's really annoying. On like weeknights too. And then Friday you go up there and you're like, can you guys not? Or like turn the music down at least. And this girlfriend's like, okay. You know, she's like a sorority girl. It's like really annoying. She like wears high heels and walks on the floor with them. It's really fucking annoying. This is called The Best of Frat Jams 2011. I want to know, when did you become so out with it? When did you stop laughing with me, not at me? I can't sleep past 5 a.m. I miss the sound of your upstairs neighbors fucking lopsidedly to The Best of Frat Jams 2011. The right half of my body is weird and homeless without the left half of yours. I want to have the burgers or Chinese takeout G-chat debate at the end of a workday. This poem is from my friend Steve, who's here tonight. It's called On the Road. I'm going on the road soon, and I think you'd be proud of me if you knew I was going on the road soon. I'll be sure to check the weather on my phone so we can make small talk about how it was hot, cold, windy, rained a lot, hot but not humid, pretty nice out, didn't need a jacket but I packed one anyway just in case. I thought about you while driving in New Mexico, listening to the Arcade Fire. I thought about if you were a hitchhiker, would I pick you up, let you ride shotgun and command the iPod, protect you from truckers and scratch your back in a Motel 6 until you fell asleep. I still have the last voicemail you left for me when I said I needed to get a few things out there, and you called when I was eating a hamburger at Steve's, and you said you'd be around for a little bit, but then I forgot what I wanted to get out there. Today I bought 2 books about love. When I say I don't believe in love, I think I don't believe in us. So the next few are from my book. It's coming out next year, called Letters from Robots. And the first one is called A Famous Rap Song by Kanye West. Doesn't matter which one, I don't really know any. Famous rap song by Kanye West. Man, I wish I was a rhyming line in a famous rap song by Kanye West. Everyone would know me, and when I walked around, they'd be like, you're that one line, and sing myself to myself with a drunken lilt, with some whiskey on the tips of their tongues. And it would be like always looking in a mirror and seeing what everyone else thinks of you. Never having one of those out-to-sea moments, one of those Lieutenant Dan moments, when he jumps ship and paddles away on his 2 bad legs. This is called Maybe There's a God Above, but... And the title is taken from song Hallelujah, which is actually originally by Leonard Cohen, I think, but I like the Jeff Buckley version a lot. I've been listening to Jeff Buckley's cover of Hallelujah on repeat, imagining that I'm just that lonely, pretending I'm really a religious being, but I drive cars on the Sabbath. I eat chocolate bunnies because they taste good, not because anyone rose from the dead or anything. I used to believe in Santa Claus, but I don't think about Jesus on his birthday. I don't pray. I just want pie and turkey and more pie and my old red stocking filled with $10 bills that I'll save or waste, or save for something and waste later on. And one more night alone with my favorite ex-girlfriend, and other things I'm not proud of, and other things I don't really need. This one is about Frank OHara and reading in the bathroom and living in San Francisco. It's called On Meeting Frank OHara on the John. Is it in the John or on? Is John the bathroom or the toilet? Whichever one. You get the point. And it references a poem I wrote before that was about moving to San Francisco with a girlfriend who I never moved here with, but whatever. So I wrote this poem last year, so I said I'd never move to San Francisco with a lover. So here I am, Sam's lover. So here I am. I said that even if the morning was foggy, I would get up early to make you toast. I'm kind of glad you're not here. Kind of glad because now I don't have to. All I did this morning was sit on the John, reading Frank OHara's lunch poems and the ancient book of Hip. Those guys just say what they mean. I'm going to say what I mean. I like to look at my legs in storefront windows. It makes me feel like an idiot, so sue me. I said I'd love to wake up with you and walk down the hilly streets. But seriously, I can't be bothered, okay? Not on a Saturday morning, Toto. I don't think we're in Los Angeles anymore. But I still lie the day away until it's 5 o'clock, and I've missed the movie matinee. And it's like that awkward in-between time, between cereal and sandwiches, and maybe calling someone up to grab dinner. If that's the hardest decision I have to make today, really, I think I'm doing okay. Okay, so this is my last one. It's like longer, so I saved it for the end. It's called "I Should Have Been an Astronaut." I've resolved to spend the weekend shooting words from my backside, like blood beneath the suture, but hopefully without the bedpan and soggy mess. I will read about Mars. I will eat pizza with Brendan to celebrate his 25th year on Earth. My girlfriend calls me from halfway down the state of California, and I know one day she will read this. There's a picture of her on my phone, stuffed tiger in her arms, looking unnerved in a sea of pandas. She says she's crazy about me, and I'm relieved. But later that evening, I googled the phrase to find out what strangers think this means. Every Friday at 2 p.m., I feel strongly that I should have been an astronaut. In the pros column, make a note that you never have to iron your shirt or hide out in the conference room eating baby carrots ever again. If we lose touch with ground control, I will update my Facebook status. I will bravely step through the hatch, arms out like Superman on the evening commute. You'll see it at the planetarium. I will slowly lose oxygen and die in a galactic anticlimax. You'll roll into my side of the bed. You'll forget to hang your towel or floss daily. Things I'm thankful for today include this blue bed and artificial heat, red boxers with pictures of clocks, the idea of days different than the last, and an extra long French fry that fits down my throat, forming a cubicle wall in my stomach where I proudly hang old pictures of us grinning down on Earth from on top of a lunar crater, peanut butter sandwiches and chocolate milkshakes in hand.